Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be talking about how to guess the zodiac sign Pisces, and yes, this does apply and pertain to the sun, moon, and ascendant. Well, anyway, people, first thing I want to get at is as far as guessing the zodiac sign Pisces or any other zodiac sign, well, you have to factor in ethnicity and race into the equation, so to speak, because let's say if the person you're trying to guess as far as their zodiac sign goes is Asian or African American, for example, some of this may not apply and pertain to them as far as the physical description goes, as this is a general description only. And also, keep in mind that, let's say if you guess somebody as a Pisces and they tell you, no, my sun sign is something different, well, you may have actually guessed their ascendant or moon sign. So anyway, people, the first thing is as far as the guessing the zodiac sign Pisces by appearance. Well, Pisces, as far as their height and that part of their physical appearance, well, they generally are short to middle stature. They often have a roundish build to them. They often are heavier than average because, of course, they're not just ruled by Neptune, they are ruled by Jupiter as well. And they often, Pisces has sloping shoulders frequently. The limbs are often short for Pisces. As far as the head goes for Pisces, well, the Pisces can have kind of a roundish head, perhaps, but it can be flabby. The hair color is usually a brownish color. Now, also, too, that as far as Pisces goes, well, they often can have very large protruding eyes. The nose can sometimes be concave or very close to that. As far as the mouth goes for Pisces, well, Pisces may actually be loose-lipped and they may have a protruding upper lip. And also, too, Pisces can often have some problems with their feet. I had a Pisces sun friend that had some kind of inflamed foot, or there was something wrong with the foot. And a lot of Pisces have some kind of issues with their feet. And also, they may, what's interesting about the Pisces appearance is that perhaps it's because of their connection with photography, ruled by Neptune, and they often look different when they're photographed as opposed to when you see them in person. At least it gives that illusion that they look different. I had a Sun in Pisces friend that looked remarkably different in her photo as opposed to what she did in person. And somebody had, I believe, had stated it looked almost like an ethereal type appearance. And sure enough, I mean, with her Sun in Pisces, that's not a big surprise, of course. Now, Pisces, too, in their, as far as their appearance, what to look for in guessing the sign, they often can be disheveled in their appearance. They're not always that concerned about that. And another thing, too, as far as Pisces goes, they often, as far as anything with the appearance goes for this sign, well, let me go. They could have a kind of a dreamy look to them. They could look rather abstracted or nebulous. Those are some things to look for too when guessing the zodiac sign. And also, Pisces, some other things to look at as far as guessing the zodiac sign Pisces. In addition to their appearance, they could often have like a far away gaze, like they're looking elsewhere into other worlds. The funny thing about Pisces is that even though they may not look like they're that observant or paying attention, they often may not miss many things. They really, I mean, Pisces is really, though, about seeing the whole picture, while their opposite sign, Virgo, of course, could be very punctilious with details. But there are a lot of Pisces, though, that still, they may not miss a whole lot, but the thing about Pisces is they don't look like they're alert, but they're really not oblivious. They appear that way. Anyway, they could almost appear to have a sauntering or floating type walk when they're walking. They almost, Pisces can also shuffle a lot. That's another thing to look at. Them in Cancer are the two signs I believe are notorious for shuffling their feet when they walk. Another thing about the appearance I want to rewind for a minute is that Pisces also can have rather sloping shoulders too. It's another thing I wanted to get at as far as Pisces goes and their appearance. Now, another thing with Pisces too, what to look for. Pisces can often instinctively mimic the behavior of those around them and start acting like that person. Pisces, I think, is really about the most impressionable of the zodiac signs, and they're very sensitive to their surroundings. So another thing about Pisces too, Pisces will often be walking around barefoot. For some reason, I think it has to do with the anatomical correspondence with their feet, the fact that the feet are connected with Pisces, and that's the part of the body associated with Pisces. Maybe they feel more comfortable as far as moving around, not having something around their feet. And also, Pisces may be inclined toward clothing that fits rather loosely for whatever reason. So those are some things to look at as far as guessing the zodiac sign Pisces. And also, Pisces can be rather timid and submissive. They're not always the most outgoing people, and it takes a while for them to really open up to others. They often they like to have their isolation, and they often like to go into their own fantasy realm for protracted periods. Often, this is another thing to look at as far as guessing the zodiac sign Pisces. So, and another thing too is that when you look at Pisces, they often can look rather dreamy. And there's a thing about Pisces too, is that, well, when you see them, as I stated before, they can have that real far away look, that real far away gaze. And a thing about them is that they are often very intuitive. Pisces, I believe, is the most mediumistic of the zodiac signs. And Pisces, a lot of times, they could often say the sentence you're going to say. You know, you could start out with a few words of your sentence, and they could often finish it, which is similar to Gemini. But Gemini does that because their thoughts often race ahead of others, while Pisces just is able to do this rather intuitively. So I think that's another thing to look for as far as guessing the zodiac sign Pisces. Well, anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment for guessing the zodiac sign Pisces. And stay tuned next time, where I'll be starting my series on the asteroid Juno. The first video will be talking about the asteroid Juno in general. Then I'm going to start a series on Juno in the zodiac signs. Two things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel, but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis of a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone, because astrologically speaking, the person is the sum of all their components in their natal chart, and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.